Hey folks, Corey here with Buckwild Bees, out here in the bee yard. Wanted to cover a few things today, make a short video. A few things that I forgot the other day on the videos that I made. If you've seen them, you know that I made, if you watch my videos, you have to mind the wind. It's really windy today. We made a split on this top bar, and I took the queen and I moved her over there. And I did a couple other splits once these raised a whole bunch of queen cells, drawn out queen cells. I did, let's see, one over there, the red one. I did another split over here. So that's 1, 2, so, and then this one. So that's basically 4, right? And they were loaded with queen cells. It was a strong hive, so I took some of the queen cells and did a couple other splits with my other hives out in the other bee yard. But anyway, I wanted to cover today because we caught our first swarm today, and it was off of this one, and I wanted to repeat myself, I guess, in a way, or I guess I forgot to mention it the other day when I actually made a video, that when you did those splits, and if you leave a lot of queen cells in there, and there's a lot of number of bees in there, you can get more than 1 or 2 swarms off of it while they're raising queens, because if they're packed with bees, some of the new virgin queens, they'll fly off, get mated while they're swarming, and then, ball up. Well, we had that happen today, which I don't mind, because that just means that they're just making more splits for me. And as long as you get to catch them, right? Well, good thing. I'll show you what happened, right? Here's the hive that I put in the box. You can see they're in there. I had to put a queen excluder on the front, as you can tell. I do that for a reason, because sometimes you'll have multiple queens fly out in a ball when they swarm, especially with this one. It was pretty good size. It was probably about a 5 pounds of bees, But anyway, they came out of this one. This is the one we did the original split in, because they had raised a whole bunch of queens. So there's probably one in here as well. It came back, but anyway, some probably flew out, and the other queens sometimes were bunched up with those queens. And what to do is they end up fighting, right? And they end up choosing who's going to stay with the bees. So I put them queen excluders in there, because if they don't fight and they don't kill each other, there's a good chance that one of them is going to get chased out and they'll leave with the bees. And you can have another sub-swarm, or they won't go to this box, they won't take your box, because they're basically trying to fight for that swarm. So if you force them into a box, which is kind of cruel, you allow them bees to choose one of them queens if there's more than one in a swarm. And I've had multiple times where I've had swarms with 2 or 3 queens in them. So you got to be careful with that. And that's why sometimes if you get a swarm, you put it in a box and they don't stay, they fly off, because I've had that happen before. That's usually wise, because there's more than one queen in the swarm, and they're basically trying to determine who's going to take over and who's in charge and where they're going. And they're just basically these fighting between the two dominants. So doing that, they don't leave, and it works out fine. You can't get out. I'll take it off probably tomorrow once they're in there. There's cone in that box already drawn out. There's framed, so she's good there. So she can basically start immediately laying if she wants to. Another thing is I want to show you where they flew out. So they flew out of this one, and usually I notice when your swarm goes, they stay within 100 yards. So she flew. I'll show you where I had to go here. Now this is the original queen. This is the one that we moved from that hive. So she's still there. That's another split we made. You see bees going in and out, but they flew over here. They flew up onto that tree over there. And I don't know if you can see the branches I cut. There's still bees flying around. But there was a big ball of bees up on that little tree, which made it easy, because I just got up there, put a box, cut the branch, put them in the box, shook them a little bit, and let them run in there. It's pretty easy. So yeah, they were up here on this thing. See the branches I cut off. Oh, damn. But yeah, there's a few bees flying around still. But it was easy. They made it easy. Sometimes they make it really hard and they end up in the top of a tree, and that's not no fun. So, but yeah, they end up coming out of this one over here. Gave me a good sized amount of bees, and you can tell there's still quite a bit in this one. And they're being nice today. The swarm wasn't not stinging me at all, which they usually don't when they're swarming out. They're pretty friendly. So hopefully they work out today. They were a good size, so if they do, I'll be adding a super on them very soon. Because they were, like I said, they were every bit of 5 pounds of bees, if not more. I was going to film it, but when that happens, it actually was kind of a funny story. I came out here early this morning, because usually when they swarm, my bees anyway, I don't know if it happens with everybody else, my bees usually swarm early in the morning or just after the sun comes up. And so I come out in the morning usually because I wanted to check for that, because that was a possibility that these splits could have more than 1 or 2 swarms out of them. Because, you know, if the queens fight and they can't, you know, figure it out, they'll take some bees with them, especially if they're loaded down like that one was. But anyway, so I came out here this morning and I was still in my freaking PJs, man. I came out here and checked them out, and I seen them over there. So I had to run and get them, because you got to beat them scout bees, because you got to imagine there's dozens of scout bees going out looking for homes. As soon as they find one, they're going to take her there. And so I try to hurry as fast as I can when I do that. But next time, if I have time to, and it's especially if it's that easy, I'll try to show you what I do and how I do it. But I'm pretty excited. First swarm catch of the season. I was kind of worried there for, man, this season's been crazy. Start filling boxes back up with ones we lost this winter. But all my splits are good too, you know. I'm hoping they all should have queens now. If that one swarmed out, then all my splits should have queens in them now. Whether they're mated or not is another question. But they should have them in them splits that I made. Especially this one. This one and this one are definitely going to have queens. And I'll have to keep watching, because if there's still a lot of bees in this one, they might have another little tiny swarm come out. A little virgin queen might take a swarm out with her. There might be some in there if there's still queen cells, but I'd imagine they've already worked it out. That's why that one flew out. It was basically one of the queens or 2 of the queens were fighting and they couldn't kill each other, or one couldn't kill the other or whatever. And one just like, well, see ya. I got enough bees anyway. So, but yeah, anyway, folks, that was going to be the video today. I was going to do a short one. Like I said, I'll try to catch up on swarm next time. I just try to hurry up to get to those, like I said, because they can fly off really quick or end up in the top of a tree and you can't do nothing about it. You can get a rope, throw it over them and shake them and hope that eventually they move down further, but it's not easy when they're that high. They made that one easy, so fingers crossed it works out. We'll do an update on them. I'm going to start busting into the splits probably tomorrow. The ones that have the queens and stuff that should be in there, just to check and see if they look like they've been mated or if they're starting to lay. It takes them usually about a day or 2, you know, or I'd say at least a week after they emerge out to actually, you know, get mated and then start actually laying. So, but yeah, we're gonna check that. Anyway, folks, this is Corey Buck Wild Bees. You guys have a good one.